Log 001, Antarctica, 2024, Echoes in the Ice. Personal log. Entry 001. Name, Dr. Ethon Cole. Status, last confirmed survivor. I don't know if anyone's out there. Maybe no one is left to hear this. The storm's past, but the silence it left behind is worse. We came here to study ancient ice anomalies beneath the surface, 12 of us. Then it started. The malfunctions, the disappearances, the caves. Those tunnels weren't natural, smooth, carved. Symbols in the walls we couldn't translate, glowing faintly through the frost. I told them we should seal them. They didn't listen. Then Hansen vanished. Torres next. The drone sent to search stopped transmitting. Soon, only I remained. I've sealed myself in the main dome. The others' quarters are frozen in time. Clothes still on beds. Logs still active. Mugs with ice crusting the edges. Outside, the antenna arrays are buried. The watchtower collapsed in the last whiteout. Solar power is gone. I'm running on reserve. And yet, the red light still pulses. Sometimes I hear movement near the entrance to the caves. Not the wind, something else. Earlier today, I traced the source of a new signal. Faint, not random, like a whisper through static. End log 001.
Log 023. Location, New York, Remnant Zone. Year 2025. Once a beacon of hope, now half submerged in a restless tide. The skyline behind is cloaked in mist, the city eerily silent, its pulse faded. The waters rise, as if to claim what humanity once celebrated. The heart of culture lies gutted. Neon flickers above shattered dreams, while torn posters whisper names no one remembers. The silence in these halls screams louder than applause ever did. Nature reclaims its space. Trees suffocate concrete, branches stretch toward abandoned towers. Manhattan looms like a memory in the fog, unreachable, already half erased. Viewed from behind grime-streaked glass, the city looks ghostly. Buildings dissolve into the clouds, and time hangs heavy, like the dust on forgotten observation decks. The apex of a dead metropolis. Skyscrapers stab through fog, lifeless yet defiant. From here, the streets look like veins, long dry, long cold. Cars rust among thorns. The path beneath the bridge is overgrown and flooded, as if the earth itself tried to hide our errors. Civilization abandoned, and the weeds rejoiced. Vines strangle the steel. The once mighty span bends to time, its cables hanging like unspoken regrets. No one crosses anymore. A digital afterimage. Advertisements still glow, but for no one. Streets glisten with rot and ruin. A graveyard of lights and lies. End log 023. Log 41. Location, Ashen Sanctum, near the rocky wastes of New Colorado. Year 2025. In the middle of a barren, endless wasteland, a single colossal radio tower pierces the sky. One version stands under a night sky filled with stars and shadow, its beacon barely holding back the dark. The other floats in a sea of pink clouds, as if dreaming of a world that never was. Is it a remnant of human communication, or a monument to a civilization that reached out and was never answered? Within an infinite black void lies an abandoned library. Books hover mid-air, frozen in time, pages whispering forgotten knowledge. A faint overhead light cuts through the void, not to illuminate, but to question. Is this a graveyard of memory, or a sanctuary of secrets, waiting to be read once more? Ancient ruins drift in dense fog. Crumbled columns, shattered statues, and towering stone monoliths stand like sentinels in a forgotten realm. This place is neither temple nor tomb. It is something older, something sacred, perhaps once worshipped, perhaps feared, now silent but not dead. The stones remember. End log 021. Log 022. Date, April the 4th, 2025. Location, London, United Kingdom, and Chernobyl, Ukraine. Battersea Power Station. The towers stood silent, steamless. Through shattered windows, I watched smoke rise. Not real smoke, more like memory. The walls whispered, not voices, but something colder. This place wasn't just abandoned, it was waiting. Inside, rust clung to every bolt, every pipe. The air vibrated, like something unseen was still working, somewhere below. Then the signal pulled me east. Chernobyl. No light, only glow. The reactor was still, immense, but not dead. It felt like it saw me. Tools untouched, floors untouched. But I wasn't alone. There was no sound, only the feeling of being watched. Whatever started here never ended. End log 022. Time travel log 020. Date unknown. Location border regions of Germany. Estimated year post 2025. Something has changed along the borders. These places, once mundane crossing points, now feel like portals between dimensions. First, the rusted gate at Glannebrug, near the Netherlands, was wide open. No guards, just the hum of wind whispering secrets through the barbed wire. In the shadowy forest near Aachen, an overgrown road leads to old graffitied terminals, symbols smeared in red, not paint. Then, silence at the ferry dock in Oberbillig. The boat was still moored, perfectly aligned, but not a soul in sight, like it waited for me. The checkpoint near Flensburg was shrouded in fog, signage faded to illegibility, like it never wanted to be read again. Crossing the Neisse River in Görlitz, I felt watched. Buildings stood still, but their windows weren't empty. The station at Bayerisch Eisenstein echoed with ghostly train calls, though no train had arrived for years. At Freilassing's Alpine Road, the mist rolled in unnaturally fast, almost summoned. And finally, walking the border in Weil am Rhein, I saw tracks, bare footprints in the frost, bare, human, recent. This isn't just geography, these are thresholds. I crossed into Kehl over the Rhine. The air was heavier there, and I swear I saw someone across the river, holding a mirror. End of log.